I'm Cameron with White Top Adventures, and today we're installing a basket on our new passenger rear rack for our Sprinter vans. So we've got this basket. This will hold anything from wood logs to surfboards to snowboards, skis. Anything can be mounted and rested upright along this with the back sitting in the basket. So we're gonna show you how to install this basket today. This comes drilled, obviously, you see all the holes. This comes pre-drilled. This comes pre-drilled to match these holes. So you can mount this basket pretty much any height you want, and it'll have holes that line up for it. We're gonna mount this low today because we're gonna demonstrate with a surfboard. So we're gonna mount it, let's see, right about there. Yeah, right there. We're gonna mount it right there. That's pretty much the lowest spot on the rack you wanna go. If you mount it too much lower than this, I mean, even now at this height, yeah, you might set off your parking sensors, but for the most part, you can adjust that height so that it doesn't affect your sensors. This height right here is kind of what we found is good for this van. I know every van, the sensors kind of act differently sometimes, so we've noticed this height works for this van. So we're going to install it. Washer and nut on the back. It's super simple. This is only 4 bolts. You're putting 4 bolts in. You don't even need anyone to help you really do this. You can kind of reach around and do it yourself. Get these guys in and then I'll torque them down. There we go. Okay. So we got a basket tightened down. Now we'll show you how to install the poles. Okay. These are the poles. We sell them as a pack of 4. They are wonderful for pretty much installing anything vertically out of the basket. Anything that rests in the basket can be aligned up the van with these poles. You're gonna split the washers so they sit on either side of this. There's a carriage bolt in the back here that goes through this back Delrin washer and then crushes or clamps on this sheet of aluminum in the middle. This allows you to slide it at any position you want and then just rotate the whole assembly to tighten it down. So we just rotate this guy right here and this whole thing's tightened down. Now you've got a hex here. If you want, you can get on that with a wrench and tighten it down. Honestly, hand tight is probably more than enough. We also have a eye loop at this end, which you could put a screwdriver through to tighten it down if you needed more torque, but honestly, again, probably not necessary. So we're gonna put a surfboard up here. So I'm gonna put one there, one here. Leave that one a little loose. And I'll put this one in plane with that one. Same thing, just put it up here. Get those washers on either side. Get it about the same place. Tighten it down. There you go. Second, grab a surfboard. So when you're installing the surfboard or whatever it is in the back here, I've got this really nice Seaside Machado board. I love it. We're gonna put this up against the side here so it interacts with both of these two. And we're gonna move this third one into position. So we're gonna tighten this down so it's up against the side of the board. Now, you're definitely gonna wanna put a bungee strap between these 3, and that's gonna stop this from coming out. Truth be told, it's in there, but it could slide out. So nice and tight, bungee strap will hold it in place. And yeah, that's one board. If you wanted to double up, you could put a second board. So we'll loosen this guy up, slide it over, and now slide this guy over, and I can fit my second board right in here. I'm gonna push them both together. Tighten this down. There you go. You got 2 boards in there. Even stronger than before. Run a bungee strap between the 3 to hold it in, and you're good to go. This can work for snowboards. It can work for skis. It can work for wakeboards, kite surfboards. It could work for wood, like a 6-foot piece of wood, like 2x4s or something. It could work for almost anything that's longer and can be mounted up against the flat surface. If it's heavier, obviously you could run a tie-down strap instead of just a bungee strap, and you can run a tie-down strap from any one of our L-Track anchors across to another L-Track anchor or to one of the holes to tie in, and then you can run a strap across. And that would make sure that there would be no issues with traveling with anything strapped to the back. Hope you guys enjoy the basket and the poles. Like I said, the poles come with 4, and the basket's sold separately, but they all integrate great on our new rear rack.